It's been a long time, though. It's been a really long time.
Welcome back.
Thanks. Yeah, well, I was on I did oh, okay. Hi. As in I should start playing? Okay. Play a song called Skin. I've got it hard, that cost a lot to swallow, and you've got a way of taking up all of a space. I've dug a hole, made a bed down in your shadows, but you stood in the sunlight, saving my fair pale face. And I wanna wear my skin, wear my skin, wear my skin. I wanna wear my skin like I did before I became a stranger. I've got it bad, pattern, I know that you know it, and you've got a way of stitching me up at the seams, and I've got a bitter taste from you holding the needle, but what would you do if I didn't fall apart so easily? And I wanna wear my skin, wear my skin, wear my skin. I wanna wear my skin like I did before I became a stranger. So long I said goodbye. I'm severing words and severing all of the ties. Oh, but I loved you so. But you told someone else the exact same thing. And so no, gotta go. Oh, 'cause I don't need your words and I don't need your. clap for myself. So weird. You should be your own best cheerleader. It's a song called Hangman. Your strength came on strong, but out like a shooting star. It was gone. As for the words of wisdom, my heart, well, they weren't yours at all. I'm a hangman, losing change. Always right then while you're shape-shifting. Parroting bird, a phantom or hunter concerned with just a chase. I heard all the things, I heard all the warnings, but my heart won't run away. My hangman losing steam. Always right then while you're shape-shifting. My hangman losing blood. I could taste out and it's wasted on us. Face death, but I can't kill. So I'm a hangman, hanging still. You are listening to WRUW-FM live from Cleveland. I'm Jenna Fournier, Kid Tigrrr. I have a band called Nights that you may or may not have heard of. If you're tuning in, thank you. I'm going to play a song that I do have out on my Bandcamp called Shapes of Water. sky, water lead us back to. Live from Cleveland, WRUW-FM. Thanks for listening. We have Kid Tigrrr here. She's going to play another song for you. If she can get her guitar in tune. deep down my spine. All those stories, they don't line up right. It shouldn't be so hard to say the truth. It shouldn't be so hard to cut someday. Skin loose, and I'm waiting for it, the roof to break, for the walls to bleed. I'm looking for it, but oh, my soul doesn't want to see. We've been sleepwalking around on a homemade paper thin floor. All the scratches and pen marks, they look like children who tried but couldn't draw. And I'm waiting for it, the roof to break, for the walls to bleed. And I'm listening for it, but oh, my soul doesn't want to. Dreams, but angel, wake us up. 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 Watch your wires go to the ground, and they are weightless. They seem to dance around. Feathers blowing in the wind. Oh, the heaviness lies in the unsaid, but I'm listening for it. Dreams, but angel, wake us up. 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 I'm waiting for it. WRUW-FM, live from Cleveland. I found out the other day some words that you had said, and they're tearing through the thickest skin that took me so long to build. I didn't need a reason just to hit game over. Well, you sent to me an enemy I don't think I can kill. Hey, I've heard worse, but I think that I would be alright. I hear in the afterlife. Hey, I've heard worse. I think that I would be alright. I hear in the If I was a letter, I'm the kind I'd never send, 'cause I'm looking for a lover and you're looking for a friend. If you were a sad song, you'd be one stuck in my heart, on repeat over and over on the inside, never ending. Hey, I've heard worse, but I think that I will be alright. I hear in the afterlife. Hey, I've heard worse. I think that I will be alright. I hear in the Hey, take me away over state lines. you said, maybe you'll learn to fly. I'll spread my wings just like you said, baby, you'll learn to fly. Some of the following material may be found objectionable by members of this listening audience. Therefore, listener discretion is strongly advised. You are listening to WRUW-FM live from Cleveland. This is Jenna Fournier, Kid Tigrr. I have a couple more songs for you until our 11 o'clock end of the listening hour. If you're tuning into the live stream, thank you. Hello. I'm going to play a song called Mouth of the Dog. This is a shout out to my friend Aaron. By request. If it's not nice, then just stay quiet. Can't you see it's uninvited? Look at the weather, it's so clear. Just throw it in the closet. Don't shake my feathers, darling. I need these wings to just sit here. If you're tossing, it's to the yard. Or leave just sit around the table, hold hands, and then we'll pray for a blessing to our bodies, please. And I love this light, but inside it's getting harder to hide and hold alone on my knees. If you're it's to the yard. I'll leave it in the mouth of a dog. Don't come around here and don't bury the dead. Unbury the dead, unbury the dead. Don't come around here and unbury the dead. Unbury the dead, unbury the don't come around here and unbury the dead. Unbury the dead, unbury the dead. Don't come around here and unbury the dead. Unbury the dead, unbury if you tossing. It's to the yard. Leave it in the mouth of the dog. And I'm gonna, by request, also do a shout out to Jared, Mr. Jared Berger. This song's called Sailor. father's savings and go prove that the world's not flooded, or pretend I'm not instead wishing you'd take my hand. Oh, Sailor, do you hear that? The seasons change, it's got me down. It won't let me deny that time keeps passing on and still you're on my mind. These fallen leaves, they look like boats, if puddles were the sea. My voice the thunder making storms, my breath becomes a breeze. Oh, sailor, mountains are buildings in a backyard. The river is a black street. The stars are streetlights outside of bars where everybody wants to be except you and me. It's a cold night and you're falling away from me. I need someone to chase me like the way you chase your dreams. It's a cold night and you're falling the way it seems. I need someone to chase me like the way you chase your been listening to WRUW-FM live from Cleveland. We're going to play you a new song that's been recorded called Root Canal. Sneak preview. strings we can jump into the fire ring of your I'm wounded 'cause I can't see I'm fragile, acting like a child. I love you like I never loved anything.
Us.
It's nice to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
Thanks for coming on in. And so the new song that we just heard, can you tell us a little bit about that one? You said it was a kind of a rough demo that you just cut.
It's not totally done. I wrote that for a songwriting contest for Terra Ohio City, and that was just earlier this week. So I just figured I'd share it. I was happy with it. Yeah.
What was the prompt for this? And do they do this monthly? Do they just do this every once in a while?
He has been doing it every month or two, and they picking different people to be on the panel. And then the prompt for this one was reinvention, and everyone kind of interprets that however they want to.
And so for that song specifically, how did you kind of interpret it for that one? As you're writing it out, what was your thought process?
I took it to a place of reinterpreting or reinventing. Sorry, reinventing is the prompt. Like reinventing boundaries in a relationship.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
And
Thanks.
you've been working on a lot of new stuff recently. Tell us, you can actually go online and listen to that. And I think, can you vote for it? Or it's one of those things where it's like a closed panel?
They do public voting and panel voting, but this one's it's over. The voting is you have to vote within 24 hours and then it's done and stuff like that. But
I was trying to help you out. Yeah.
but thank you. I didn't promote it right away like I should have maybe. But
So did you win then?
I did not win.
Aww.
Yeah. I feel bad not being able to say that.
If it wasn't me, I don't care.
It was the nice thing about it is that you do discover new songwriters by listening to the entries, right? So I did end up following a few new songwriters that I really had liked what they had done.
Very cool. I love that. That's a really nice way to get people creating and making new things. And as well, I think that artists especially sometimes need some structure in order to be able to do that. So
I think that's part of the point of something like that is the structure and is working against a deadline because otherwise sometimes you just don't finish things, right? So
and so a lot of these songs that you played tonight are newer songs.
Some of them are new, some of them are old. The last one I played is actually out. You can find it on Spotify if one should want to.
Okay, nice.
But yeah, several of them are new. I'm in the process of recording and been taking classes on audio production and engineering. So it's a slow process because I'm doing it all from home.
Very cool. So these are not necessarily all in like a comprehensive album, but more so kind of released as singles then?
I haven't thought about a release plan yet. Right now, I have 40 finished songs. I'm just kind of recording all of them like a maniac and then going to pick the tallest trees and make kind of an album out of that. It's definitely not going to be a concept album. But then part of learning the production has been there's so much to play with while you're learning that I end up writing new stuff. And I've ended up writing a lot of techno and video game music, which is not what I thought I would end up doing. But I kind of fell in love with making it.
You could do like a whole remix album of just like that kind of stuff. I really
and then maybe someone would put in a video game and that'd be awesome. So
taking calls for any sort of video game
Yes,
production?
if anyone.
I have some friends. I'll let you know.
Okay, yeah, I need to hook up with some gamers. But
I know a few developers that could help you out.
Cool. Get me while I'm cheap.
Like, well, just wait. I have a whole album for you. Like, this will be great.
40 whole songs they'll give you.
Yeah. I could knock one out right now. It's a lot of that. Just kidding. It's not.
Well, tell me a little bit more about learning to do the audio production at home. Like, was this your COVID project? What inspired you to take things into like your own hands and be able to do it?
It's something I've been wanting to do for a very long time, but it's the sort of thing where I think because of COVID and because of being home so much of 2020, I was able to actually put the time in for better. So that was kind of my 2020 silver lining, I guess, is having more time to do that. Because when you're gigging all the time, you sort of tend to step away from other stuff, you know. And it's one thing to go into a studio and record in pieces, but when you're trying to learn something, I would learn something, and then when I'd come back by the time I came back to it, it's like gone. So.
And that the courses that you're taking, are you kind of doing it like DIY, like just finding like things on Google? Because I know there's so much like that's out there on YouTube, especially for training and for all this kind of stuff. Or did you kind of invest in like a class or something? Because I know there's probably other people out there that are interested also in figuring out that.
So you can get free from the library, and I do think this is great information for those that want to learn that don't have like the budget or time to take a class. I believe it's called lynda.com, but it's through LinkedIn, and they have a lot of different courses you can take. Some of them are very specific to your DAW, and some of them are just general audio engineering and everything in between. You can take an entire course on compression, right? So I just kind of started working my way through those and just like consuming as much of it as I can. I did start with YouTube tutorials that are free and stuff, but you quickly get frustrated with those because you just want like one answer of like, how do I do this one little thing? I can't find it. And you end up watching, 30 minutes of a tutorial of stuff you already know until this one little thing. It's like, oh, thank you. Like, that's what I needed.
You get like the guy's life story, and then like whatever the new flavor of the week is that they're promoting for their channel.
Yes. And then, every 10 seconds, by the way, subscribe to my channel. By the way, here's this great product. And that's what it's become. And it makes it really hard to get what you want out of it quickly, But yeah, lynda.com has classes, free online classes.
That's awesome. And you have also been being able to gig a little bit more too around town since venues have opened back up.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about some of the most recent shows that you've been able to do.
The last one I played was at the Foundry. Before that, I've played the Happy Dog a couple times. Happy Dog is kind of like when I feel like a bar or a venue is like my family place, right? Like my home away from home bar to play. So I've done a couple of Happy Dog shows. And it's different. I think that the constrictions on people needing to bring a vaccine card, if they don't have it, they don't want to maybe go out of their way to get the test done. So it's definitely some people have to get turned away at the door and stuff, so the crowds are a bit thinner. But overall, I think I've seen really safe environments, people being very respectful to each other. A lot of people even wear masks when they don't have to at a live show still. So I think it's been a positive experience coming back to live music for sure.
I think people are so thankful, and it probably does lend itself well for also. I know that some of those shows happen to also be with your other band nights.
Yeah.
However, it also lends itself pretty well for you playing live, by yourself as well, so that there isn't as much coordination with other people, and that you can be kind of spaced away from everybody, as well as just having a lot of creative freedom. What's kind of your favorite thing about this project in particular?
Playing solo, I guess it is the creative freedom, and it's also just I've started gravitating it more because it's so hard to get a band together to rehearse and practice as much as I want to be playing. On top of, if there's something like an art gallery that wants music in the corner, I want to be able to do those kinds of events too. And the band can just be such a headache. It's so much gear. It's so much to do sometimes, and I think people don't realize it's your whole night for that 30 minutes sometimes on stage. right? That I think we just started getting older and being more picky about how often we gig. There's there's members have children now, and so it's just not as easy as it used to be.
As far as writing, do you, I don't know how much in general you have control of in your other groups. So are there ideas that you bring to Kid Tigrr? Obviously the techno and like the video games and things like that. But even with the songs that we heard, what makes it kind of like a Kid Tigrr song versus a Night song or something that you lend to another project?
I'm glad you asked that because I think that, at least locally, I think that's been kind of blurry and confusing for people. Because my solo thing did sort of start as like a Night's rejection project, right? The songs that I would bring to the band that they didn't want to do, that maybe I really cared about the words, but they didn't make sense for a big loud band. I just started doing them solo, as well as playing stripped down versions of some Night songs is how it started. And it sort of over time morphed into like, I'm going to keep these songs for me. I'm not going to bring them to the band. The band is a collaborative writing. I do present full songs sometimes. But a lot of Night songs, it wasn't like this. I mean, we've been a band for 10 years, so the writing, the approach to who writes and how we write has changed, but our current writing process is pretty collaborative. So it's sort of, sometimes songs come out of a jam, and I'm not the kind of front person that wants my band to play a song that they don't like. If they don't really care for it, I don't want to force them to play it, because that's not fun for me knowing that they're not having a good time, right?
They're like giving you miserable looks.
Right.
Like, that's not fun for anyone. Yeah.
I'm not paying them, so they need to be having a good time at least.
Yes, very, very much so.
Yeah.
And I think too that you have been able to do some really cool effects and things like with your setup here, and like how you have with Kid Tigrr. Walk us through a little bit of maybe the gear that you have, because I know people love that, and I love being in the studio doing the interviews now because we can actually like see and go through things.
Oh wow! Okay, we can do a gear rundown.
Just a little bit, maybe some of your favorites. Well, we might not have time for all of them, but
yeah. Well, I have what I kind of call like a shoegaze 101 board. Like if you wanted like a shoegaze starter pack, that's kind of my board.
Isaac's bringing the camera over too. I love this. Move our safe harbor announcement.
I will give the opportunity to give Earthquaker Devices a shout out. I have the Monarch, which they don't make anymore. They make several other overdrive distortion pedals, but I love this one. I hope it lasts forever for me. Basically, I'm working with coarse and flanger mix that I use mostly for coarse. I'm working with, we've got overdrive distortion, we've got fuzz, and we've got a clean boost. So there's 3 different gain stages. I've got a Strymon Reverb. This is a great little reverb pedal. The shimmer can get all the way 100% reverb, so you can get that synthesizer sound that you might have heard me use tonight. That's one of my favorite tricks that I need that pedal for. I love reverb, if you couldn't tell. I don't know how much that comes through on the radio. Hopefully it wasn't drowning in it.
No. What is this big thing over here?
So this is,
or not even the pedal, but this like
So this is a voice pedal.
Okay.
Solo, I don't use it quite so much. I pretty much reverb and delay. But what's nice about this is when you're playing with a band, it's MIDI controlled. So I'm singing and holding a guitar, right? And sometimes I need 5 effects to happen all at once on one click, one beat. So my guitarist, who doesn't have to also be on a microphone, he actually has a controller from my vocal pedal. So when I need my voice effects to change and I also have to stomp something down here, I don't have to do like a magic dance, right? With like airtime.
Like you think the choreography is just for show, but it has a purpose.
Yeah. And trust me, I mess my dance up. I'm not a dancer. I mess this dance up a lot. But we started doing this so that he could trigger in some of the vocal effects that I can't trigger by myself, and it adds a little bit more production to the live show. that is still sort of like done in real time. You know, we're not playing to a backing track, but we're triggering some effects on and off. Yeah, and then basic reverse. I bought this. This is actually a really cheap pedal that's pretty old. It's like it was really popular in the 90s. And I think you can get it used for under $100, but it has a really amazing reverse reverb, which can kind of help give you that really bendy sound, even if your guitar doesn't have a trem arm on it. And then that's a basic delay, and the only reason I'm working with a Nemesis delay is because it has the same ability to be triggered for those situations with the band that I can't hit 3 things at once.
Very cool.
Yeah.
We're going to wrap it up pretty shortly here, but is there any other shout-outs that you wanted to do tonight? I heard your shout-out to Jared. Thanks so much, Jared, for all that. And, you know, a lot of the photos online of you that you can find on your websites, which are Facebook. You're on Facebook and Instagram?
I do have a Facebook. I hardly use it, so I don't really promote it. I really neglect it. I think I have an auto reply on my Facebook messages that tells people I don't use it, so they don't think I'm an a-hole for not responding, because I just really don't log in. It gets very overwhelming. I do keep up with my Instagram, which is Kid Tigrr. And then Nights has an Instagram. Nights has a website that has all of our links to our YouTube with music videos and stuff like that too. And right now I just use the Nights YouTube for my own personal YouTube, since I'm the only one band that really cares about making music videos, and a lot of them are little DIY things that I made.
Oh, that's awesome.
Is it?
Yeah, no, that's great. No, all of your
fun.
videos are amazing, and you're also an artist, so a lot of the videos do use animations and things that you have designed yourself.
Yeah, there's stuff that I can do on very, very low budget from home.
Yeah,
they're very experimental.
Nice. No, everything has been really nice, and so people can watch that on YouTube. You said is one of the places they can go to look at that.
Yeah, and I would say if you want to keep up, Instagram is the best place to keep for updated information. And not much on Twitter either.
And it's Tigrrr with 3 R's.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
Yes.
Perfect.
Like the Riot Girls, that was where that came from.
And what?
And no E.
Right.
Oh, and no E. Okay, gotcha. Perfect. The stylization.
Thanks. Yeah, both bands have to be spelled wrong. That's just SEO. That's what that is.
It is wild.
It
is wild, but it's so, like, I remember when the change was made, and it was very purposeful. Like, people don't realize how much goes into thinking about just, like, what can we name our band so people can Google.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I remember a lot of bands started replacing letters with V and or a W with a double V and stuff like that. And I don't think it was just like an aesthetic thing. It's definitely so Google and hashtag so that you have a private hashtag, right? Or your own hashtag.
Well, thank you. And yeah, and so any other shout outs besides for the website and things? I convoluted that question.
Well, I would love to say just thanks to my patrons. I'm on Patreon and I have a little support group there, so definitely want to say thanks to them. And I guess I should shout out Chasing Infinity on Sunday morning since I'm at WRUW.
We are all down here thinking missing Ed, but he is at Lucy Dacus at the Beachland tonight, so everyone can go stalk him there. Yeah.
Hey, I mean, I don't blame him. She's great.
Yeah,
she's really great.
We're happy for him to live vicariously through. All right, we're gonna toss it over. I think it's 11 o'clock. What are we gonna do, Isaac?
So next week we have on John's Little Sister. I want to play a little bit Stay Mad. I think Sprout just walked in, so we have a few minutes of that. But yeah, see you guys next week.
Awesome. We're looking forward to that. John's Little Sister will be on next week. That is Jess Icon and John Chips and all those cool cats. And we'll be really excited to see them. So thank you, everyone. Have a good rest of your night.
Thank you. Nerve-wracking.